All right, everybody. I've not tasted that beverage yet. We'll get to it. This is Scoots. It's Talking Tuesday. Been a while since I've done a Talking Tuesday video where we're talking about podcast apps normally or podcast stuff. If I got a bunch of stuff, I've been posting stuff about if you're not in a position to support the show, but you want someone to on Sleep with Me Plus, but you want it as a gift, like someone in your life's like, what do you want for the holidays? No shipping. Imagine the gift of good sleep for 3, 6, 12 months. Make sure to tell them you want a gift subscription to Sleep with Me Plus. If you get sleep phones, if you're buying sleep phones, or someone gives it as a gift, I'll need the receipt though, just to look it up. If you use our link, you can get a trial of Sleep with Me Plus, depending on which sleep phones you get. Gets longer with each model. You just have to use the contact form on our website to let me know, and then I'll send you a link to send me the receipt. Otherwise, I could look up the date and the time, but I can only look that up if you used our link, sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleepphones. Referral programs there. I want to thank David, Justin, and Pamela who signed up in the last day. We're trying to get 5 people a day to sign up to keep the show in a good place, though. 5's not going to be enough with the churn. It's looking worse. We have a lot of end of the year financial cancellations, and I totally understand that. And those people have stepped up, right? They're cutting back. They supported the show. So think about stepping up and supporting the podcast back that puts you to sleep, so we can keep putting you to sleep in 2025. It's this one listener initiative thing. Anyway, let's get to the goods. All right, I'm going to taste this, and then I'll talk about podcast apps, and then I'll tell you what's in here. Okay, it's good. It's good. A little too sweet, but all right, let's talk podcast apps. Whether you listen to the ad-supported version of Sleep With Me or you're a Sleep With Me Plus member, I want to strongly encourage you, if you're, I guess, like, no matter what, is to have, because at some point you're going to listen to more podcasts, even if Sleep With Me is the only podcast you listen to, but is to have a dedicated podcast app for Sleep With Me content or just Sleep With Me Plus content. And I'm going to show you how to do that. There's tons of great free podcast apps out there that also rely on your support, though they do have advertising usually too. But they're free to download and test out on Apple and Android. So versus the stock built-in apps. So I strongly recommend you try out it. On Sleep With Me Plus, you individually can try out different apps. So I'm going to show you on Pocket Casts what it looks like. But oh boy, I'm a Sleep With Me Plus member, $10 Sleep With Me Plus member. So I have the ad-free episodes, the bonus episodes, the story-only episodes, and the all-intro, all-night episodes. Let me get rid of the ad-supported version of Sleep With Me, because I know that can confuse me. I hear ads. I thought I paid for ad-free. Okay. In Pocket Cast, it's just as simple as clicking that check, unfollow. Goodbye, ad-supported. I'm just, for this app, it's like your own Sleep With Me Plus app at this point. And it'll just make your life so much better. Or you could just have Sleep With Me in there, the ad-supported version, if that's all you listen to. Or you could add bedtime stories from Sleep With Me and double your kind of Sleep With Me content. But it just makes it so much easier than having it mixed in with all your other stuff. And I do it. It's not something I just recommend for sleep podcasts. I do it for everything. I've talked about this in other videos, but this is just, if you're new to podcasting or you just haven't tried this, I have a podcast app I use for running, podcast app I use for driving, podcast app I use for driving with my daughter, and then Spotify for like when I'm listening, like combining music and podcasts. And there's probably one other one. Oh, podcast app I use for checking Sleep With Me and listening to Sleep With Me episodes. So yeah, it's actually that app I use for listening to Sleep With Me episodes and listening to Rob Has podcast. That's what I use Overcast for. Sometimes I'll mix in script notes, but I also have script notes in another app. But yeah, like I went on a long run on Sunday and I had it set sleep with me episode. Rob has a podcast, exit interview. Sleep with me episode, Survivor know-it-alls. And I'm gonna rewatch this. Anyway, this is getting to referral Thursday, but that's cool. Like a combo video. Yeah, I'm gonna start watching San Juan del Sur so I can listen to Josh Wigler's recaps of that too. And then I'll have something to watch in the off season of Survivor and to listen to. Anyway, so that's how you do it. What am I drinking here? So this is the youngsters on TikTok were talking about the Laverne and Shirley. Like I haven't watched it, but I just see the headlines of a drink like the Laverne and Shirley drink. I don't know what it's called, milk soda or something. So this is like a dirty soda, but also like this thing on TikTok, which is like a protein soda. Again, not recommending this for health purposes, just for experimental purposes. Though this is not that different than what I drink, it's just soda instead of coffee, and has a little bit more creamer in here. So what do I have in here? I have a zero sugar cola. I have a oat gingerbread creamer, a little too much creamer, but I wasn't sure how it blend. I just put like a half a can of soda, probably like 6 tablespoons of creamer, but I didn't know how to blend it. Then I have protein powder, salted caramel protein powder, which is my favorite protein powder right now. And again, the protein powder, I have collagen and fiber in there, but again, this is only what I drink. I mean, that's usually what I have with my like a little coffee smoothie I make. But I said, let me try it like the kids are doing it, man. The difference is when coffee's in here, it's a much different level of sweetness. So it's a little too sweet. But that's, I think that I just put too much gingerbread creamer in there. Yeah, it's too sweet, man. But it's not gross. It's just more like, because on TikTok, what people are doing is having I think the popular one is a diet soda. It doesn't really matter, mixed with popular, I think it's a dairy-based protein shake that both things you could buy at a convenience store and then pour them together and then drink it, especially in your big youngster cups. Though cleaning that, I'd be like, man, when my daughter's starting to do that, because I'll be the one cleaning it. Though those stainless steel cups, what I do is I boil my kettle and then pour my kettle in there and then let that sterilize. All right, so that's it. I already did a Wednesday Wonder video for tomorrow, but hit me up with any questions through the contact form on our website. Thanks, everybody. Did I get everything I was going to talk about? No idea. Caffeine's hitting me. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go record right now. I'm recording a New Heart episode for March. Yeah, that's like our usual recording schedule. Thanks.